Hello, my name is Kathy Lean, Director of Currency Research at GFT. I want to welcome all of you to the new home of our FX news and commentary, fx360.com. Along with Boris Schlotzberg, we are excited to deliver to you the same quality of research and unique insights that we share on CNBC and Bloomberg. Now, not all of the useful tools on fx360.com are immediately obvious. So with that, let me walk you through the functionalities of the website. Let's start off with this leader article here. Now, one of the great things about FX360 is the fact that it's a very clean layout that shows you immediately as soon as you go to the website what the theme of the day is. So this feature article that we have up here rotates through 5 stories that are updated throughout the course of the day. Now the 5 stories are intraday updates as well as thematic articles. As you can see here, we have the 2009 currency outlook as well as we will rotate later on. It will be the non-farm payrolls preview, which is a little bit more current. In each of these articles, we go through in-depth analysis of what to expect. These are more special reports that we do for either economic data or for technical outlooks or things that we think are important to pay attention to in the currency market. Going back to the home page, what we also have is this quote board here. Now the quote board is one of my favorite aspects of FX360. The reason why it's so great is because we're one of the few websites that provide real-time data and quotes for not only the major currencies, but also oil, gold, Dow, FTSE, DAX, Nikkei, and other markets. So you can see here in the quote board that I pulled up the chart of the euro dollar. If I wanted to get a real-time chart of the oil, I would click on oil, and you can see that the chart of the oil comes up, and the current price of oil is $40.96 a barrel. You click on currencies, you get a much longer list of the major currency pairs, and if you click on markets, you get more different types of markets such as the bonds market, boons, the Australian stock market, the S&P 500, silver, and so forth. These are all real-time quotes because, as you all know, the currency market is not something that just moves by itself. Currencies are impacted by commodities and equities, and that's why we believe that it is extremely important and it's absolutely necessary for all currency traders to follow what's going on in the equity markets and the commodity markets just as closely as they follow what's going on in the currency markets. Now, in addition to the quotes, what we have on the left-hand side is commentary. Now, when it comes to commentary, Boris publishes his daily article usually after the European Open. So that is about 5 or 6 a.m. East Coast time. His article talks about what's happened in the European session and then goes on to talk about what to expect for the U.S. session. My article, and we'll look at these a little later on, is released between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. East Coast time. And that takes an in-depth look at all of the major currency pairs and what has been some of the development over the past 24 hours, what could be development over the next 24 hours, and it also provides you with a currency in play for the next 24 hours, which could be one of the pairs that moves the most, or at least I expect to move the most, or have some interesting trading opportunities. Now, I'm sure many of you are very keen on technical analysis, and that's exactly what we have made as one of the features on our website. As soon as you go to FX360, technical analysis and our biases are available immediately. So if you take a look at this, it shows you that our bias for the euro dollar is for more gains. It gives you the potential strategy. The technical analysis report is updated twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. You'll see that some of these are a neutral level. And the reason why they're neutral level is because we publish them as we write them. So you get the freshest content as they come out. If you click on the euro dollar, for example, you can see the report from one of our technical analysts. We have 2, Roger Stozic and Brad. So what you'll see here is with Roger's report, he talks about he's looking for a bullish Gartley pattern. If you click down here, he explains what the trends of the euro dollar is, what the pattern is, why it's significant, what other indicators support this thesis. He gives you the reason for the strategy and what needs to happen for the trade to be invalidated. Now, for the charts, you can see here, the charts are kind of small, right? But if you click on them, what you'll see is a beautiful pop-up box that comes up that gives you a much more zoomed in view of any of these charts that we have in the technical analysis report. I'll just click on the other one so you can get a view here of the other chart that Roger published. Now, Roger's report comes out in the morning, Brad's report comes out in the evening, so you click on some of these older articles here and you get the PM report. Going back to the home page, another absolutely necessary tool for currency traders is the calendar, and that's what we have here. This calendar shows you the 4 events that are closest to the current time frame. If you want to see all of the events for the day, you can either click on Expand for all 32 of today's events, or you click on Calendar. Now, one of the unique aspects of our calendar is the fact that if you click on the release, we're the only ones that provide historical data on economic releases, just to give you some color on how the most recent release compares to the previous releases. So you can see here for the retail sales in Australia, we give you what everyone else does, which is the definition, the frequency, the next release dates, and the importance of the indicator. But we also provide to you the table of how retail sales this month compares to the previous month. Now, this economic calendar is updated throughout the course of the day and usually comes out seconds after the number is released. Another great component, as we scroll down to the website, is videos on latest business news. If you click on this video, you'll see that it plays. As you all know, one of the items here, I'm going to pause it, one of the items that came out this morning is the UK interest rate cuts. And you can watch a video which is from Reuters, and that video explains what happened and provides further color in a different format about the BOE rate decision or other business news that we think is relatively important. Now, we strongly believe that in this day and age, everyone is extremely, extremely busy. So that's why we have the functionality to deliver the research to you. So get breaking FX news updates to your email, Blackberries, and iPhones. You can just sign up here. It's completely free of charge, and you can unsubscribe anytime you want. And what you'll get is either just our news alerts or all of the research, including our full commentary that we publish, delivered to your email inboxes so that you can receive the information as soon as it comes out. So, for example, if the Bank of England surprises with a 75 instead of 50 basis point rate cut, we'll be sending you an alert almost instantaneously, and you'll be notified even if you're on your way to work or if you're sitting in a coffee shop waiting to get your latte. So those are some of the things that you have in the home page. Now take a look at some of the inside articles. I showed you one of the feature articles. This is one of Boris's articles. And what Boris does is he goes over the top stories, the overnight economic data, and just talks about maybe some of the big themes of today and provides a calendar for the economic data to come. What I do in my piece is I go over each currency pair. Actually, if you hover, one of the other things I didn't get a chance to talk about is that if you hover on anything that has an underline under it, you'll either get a link or you'll get a pop-up box with a chart of the currency pair. So anyhow, I go over all of the major currency pairs and talk about what to expect, and then I also give you a currency in play, as well as talk a little bit about what you can expect for this currency pair over the next 24 hours. If you click on the calendar tab, this is where you get a full listing of the economic calendar for the day. You get all the data here, and the numbers are going to be updated. If you click on videos, you'll see that you'll get all the latest business news and some older ones as well that you can watch in your free time. Technical analysis, click on technical analysis, gives you, the technical analysis reports And then commentary just gives you a list of all of our fundamental based commentary that both myself and Boris publishes throughout the course of the day. So the feature article includes all of the intraday alerts. Our regular commentary is resident here. These are the intraday alerts. And if you want, you can have the research delivered to you. Here are your real-time quotes. And here are any sort of interesting reports that you may that we may think you may actually find useful. Now, this is just a taste of what is to come for FX360.com. Over the next few months, more exciting enhancements will be added to the website to make it as interactive as possible. But in the meantime, I encourage you all to visit FX360.com to take a look at what are some of the most important topics in the currency market.